Oh, hello. The time for Steins Gate has come. Let's open the gate, everyone. You're going to bed forever? No, it's here. We got Jackbox later, so you can only rest for 3 hours. Do you understand? Alright. Opening Steins Gate. Heavy? Hello. Last time on Steins Gate. What the hell happened? We learned that Lukaku wanted to be a girl, so we tried to send a message to his mother to eat vegetables. In like 1992 or something. No, maybe longer. Can't remember. It should have been around that time. But yeah, so we're thinking that the timelines are gonna get fucked up because they increase the scale of their time travel with the most recent stunts. We also had like a really random conversation with Ferris in the maid cafe Nyan Nyan about something. I don't really remember about what, but it was out of nowhere, and it was like, why, Ferris? And she's totally gonna come by the lab and do stuff. But, oh yeah, it felt like an Uchikoshi conversation. Like, hey, I was just working my day job as a cat maid, and then I started thinking about the existence of everything. And time. Right, yeah, totally normal. Absolutely normal. And thank you for the data log, Heavy. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Also, Heavy, we're gonna do Jackbox later if you're interested. Let me throw up a message in Discord just to let people know that that's what we're planning. Alright, so I just posted up in co-op. Okay. Steins Gate. Now that the anime opening is over, oh my god. It'll be fine, Rosen. We're gonna maybe we'll get there today, right? We got like a 3-hour block. Posted what now? Oh, I just added all the Jackbox players in Discord. Everybody that has the role, to let them know that we are planning on playing tonight in about 3 hours. Well, let's get some Steins Gate in. I just hit the wrong... I really hate that that button is there. Let me reopen the game. You will be disassociating in and out till then. Hey, I have a beat 'em up game for you to check out, Rosen. Have you heard of Fate Samurai Remnant?
Yes.
Okay, it looks cool. It is on your list? Okay, cool. It's on my list too.
So the Holy War begins.
Exactly. Okay, load. I don't know what the difference is quick load.
So the Holy War begins.
You might have to tell Chimazing you're not playing Among Us. Oh. Does Chimazing think we're playing?
There's no place on the battlefield for your weakness.
I assume so. She was in earlier and I mentioned it,
me?
so I hope she knows. She was also MIA last week, so I don't know what her plan is. Okay. So here we go. Load. After killing some time at May Queen, I leave Daru and head back to the lab. The only person there is Mayuri. She's working on a costume. Huh. Mayuri, you're like a housewife burning the midnight oil to bring a little more money home. Midnight oil? Are we eating? Kids these days. Besides, Mayushi doesn't charge for her costumes. Seems like she's understood the rest of what I said. It was just a joke anyway. Hobbies should just be hobbies, you know? It makes me happy to see someone wearing a costume I made. She's not that bad. She's honestly not that bad. That is very much her state of mind. Do you want to become a designer? Come to think of it, Mayuri has never talked about her future. No way. It's too hard. Then, what is your dream? Mine is to destroy the system and plunge the world into chaos. You're burdened with the knowledge of Taco Bell breakfasts? It's true. I'm keeping an eye out on Discord. See you in the Taco Bell breakfasts channel, Cortex. Mayushi just wants to keep hanging out in the lab. What? You want to be a lab mem forever? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this lab has no interest in profit. You'll always be hurting for food. You know, Ocarine, we have 6 lab mems now. Isn't it amazing? Mayushi never expected we'd grow this big. So wait, does that mean she remembers, Shining Finger being a lab member? That's a sudden change in topic. And for some reason, she's puffing her chest out in pride. It's all because Mayushi became your hostage. No, that has nothing to do with it. I tricked every last one of you into joining with my masterful manipulations. You shouldn't say things like that. And besides, you didn't trick me. That's true. You came of your own volition. She joined the lab without ever asking. When she appeared in the doorway and offered to join, I thought she was a goddess sent from heaven. Ocarine? Can Mayushi still be your hostage? Is that a joke or a serious question? I can't tell. Is that what you want? Pangy tricking everyone to play E7. I would never. Constipated laugh? What does that sound like? I feel like laughing is the last thing somebody constipated would do. Well... Mayuri drops the costume in her hand, and then she smiles shyly. Maybe it is. Such a masochist! I had no idea. But, I mean, as long as I'm your hostage, Mayushi won't be lonely, and neither will Ocarine. I see. Sometimes Mayuri throws me off my game. But if that's her reason for staying at the lab, then I'm happy. I'd better get going. Mayuri stands up and starts putting away her various sewing tools. Mayuri. Hmm? Want to get something to eat on the way back? My treat. Really? You never treat me. Ha, I'm in a good mood today. Then how about Kitchen Jiro? Their minced cutlet is, god tier. She'll get no argument from me. Just leave it to me. Yay! I love you, Ocarine. Mayushi's really happy. Well, at least she's easy to please. Mayuri and I head for Kitchen Jiro. After that, I'll see her safely to the station. I spend the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I return to the lab just past noon, Daru, Mayuri, and Kurisu are all assembled. Thanks for coming in on a Saturday. Your devotion to science makes me proud. Yeah. Kurisu sighs deeply. It's the middle of summer, but instead of going on vacation, I'm stuck in this sauna with a bunch of pervs. Where'd I go wrong? She's really giving us a verbal beatdown. Wipe your tears, you experiment-loving girl without a single friend. I'm not crying. Besides, you're the one who told us to be here. Indeed, but the one who obeyed my orders and arrived on time was you. You know, Chris-chan is actually a very honest and hard-working girl. That's what Mayushi thinks. Mary smiles as she eats some nuggets from McD's. Oh my. That's what makes her so adorable. What? How can this girl say something like that while eating a nugget? Don't let it bother you, that's just Mayuri's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it. Speaking of McD's, just opened up 2 minutes from here, and I think I will get some dinner. Don't do it, Cortex! A Yuri flag. I get it. Oh, here goes Daru. Please unget it. I'm getting 3 fillet of fishes. My goodness, that sounds delicious. Here, Chris-chan, have a nugget. Thanks. While listening to their heartwarming banter, I go to put my laundry on the table. However, don't put that there, it's filthy. I just washed them! Like I care, what kind of guy puts his underwear in a girl's face? Have some decency. If you're that interested in my underwear, then just say so. What? I'm not interested at all. Come on, guys. No more talking about underwear. Mayushi's trying to eat here. Okay? How can you say that when you're still shoveling nuggets into your mouth? Yeah, good plan, Diamond. I agree. Let me know when you're back and we can toast. Don't interrupt me. I end up putting my laundry in the changing room. As I explained to Daru yesterday, I've noticed something about the results of our experiments. D-mails have too many uncertain variables. We can never be sure what will happen when we send one. It's not like we can do anything about that. After all, the result is up to whoever receives the mail. Of course, if you can analyze the recipient's psychology, then you might be able to manipulate them into doing what you want. Though that might be a bit too much for Halloween underwear here. You just wanted to say underwear, didn't you? Underwear aside, the fact is that D-mail is still far from complete. I need a more reliable time machine before I can expose CERN and the organization and plunge the world into chaos. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I called you here today. The purpose of today's roundtable conference is... Another roundtable? If you want a roundtable conference that much, at least go buy a round table. Remember what Ocarine said, Chris-chan? The round table is in our hearts. Mayuri-san, you're really innocent, but you shouldn't take everything Okabe says seriously. Really? The round table doesn't matter now. More importantly, the purpose of today's meeting is to explore methods of true physical time travel, not just email, with the objective of sending someone to the past like CERN has. So human experiment's great. Don't be ridiculous. That was fast. And she's glaring at me even harder than she did during the whole underwear thing. CERN has the best equipment in the world, and even after 9 years, they still haven't succeeded. We can't possibly hope to accomplish something like that. You'll become a gel ocarine. Hee hee. Kinda sounds like Giro Froggy. Where did those things get popular anyways? Why even? This isn't a laughing matter. Isn't it too early to give up? Haven't we already succeeded with email, a first in human history? But we're not the first. Didn't CERN do it before us? Humanity's first time-traveling email. For we who have achieved that miracle, nothing is impossible. Such baseless confidence. Anyway, wasn't it just a coincidence that we discovered D-mail? We still haven't figured out what's functioning as the lifter. We just need to figure that out, don't we? It's futile. How do you solve a problem that even CERN can't figure out? If you can't set the destination, then you don't know where you'll leap to. I'll pass on leaping into a deep space, thanks. That is a problem. If you can't control where you'll end up, your time machine is worthless. Wait a second. We don't set the destination when we send a D-mail, yet it still arrives where it's supposed to. How do you explain that? Now that you mention it, you sent the mail address, right? Isn't that enough? Is it? I don't think a phone signal can be received from millions of kilometers away. I bet you'd get a busy signal or something. I stare at my phone. Maybe our cell phones are acting like black holes and white holes. You shouldn't speculate like that. You have zero basis. Is it possible that we form a wormhole? No wormholes have ever been confirmed to exist. I groan. Kurisu and Daru fall silent. The problem has them stumped too. Mayuri is the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it. In any case, the cold, hard truth is that D-mails arrive precisely when and where we want them to. We're ahead of CERN in that regard. Now, can we apply D-mail technology to physical time travel? But with D-mails, you can only send 36 bytes of data. No way you can send a whole person with that kind of limit. It's the same problem that CERN is having, and the reason their subjects turn into jellymen. If you want to become Gel Ocarine, I'm not going to stop you. Recalling the fate of CERN's researchers makes my skin crawl. Kerr black holes, ring singularities, super gravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the lifter's volume of electron injection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. But even CERN is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that at present, we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. I bet it's more than an exabyte. It would be best to leave physical transfer aside for now. Sending data through time is an amazing feat by itself. We should be satisfied with what we've got. Sending data through time is enough, huh? Such pessimism is unbecoming of a scientist sworn to uncover the secrets of the universe. I'm telling you, to know your limits.
真理を探求する
If
なら
you're going to
しかるべき頭
uncover
脳
the
と設
secrets
備
of the
とお金を
universe,
揃えないと
you need personnel,
少なくとも
equipment, and
セレ
funding
ン
to
並みなら
rival
ね
CERN's.
こんな貧乏サー
It's
クル
one thing to set lofty goals, but this impoverished lab has no resources to speak
前
of.
から思ってたけど
I've been thinking,
電話
maybe
レ
we
ンズ
should
は
bring the
ちゃんと
phone
した
wave
研
to
究
a
機関に
proper
持ち
research
込んで
institution and entrust
専
it to
門
a
家に
specialist.
セルンがタイムマシンの研究を極秘に
CERN's
してるなら
keeping their time
私たち
machines
はきちんと
research
公
top
表して
secrets, so
人
if we
類
make
の
an
未来
official
のために
announcement, it'll
役立てな
benefit
き
the
ゃ
future of mankind.
もし公表すれば
If we make an official announcement, the organization will become aware of my
あの
existence.
ね
Oh, come
こっちは
on!
真面
I'm
目に
being
話してるんだ
serious
ぞ
here. This
冗談言
isn't
っ
the
てる場
time
合
for
じゃ
your childish.
それに俺たちはセルンを
And we've
ハッ
hacked
キング
into
しため
CERN.
だ奴らは人体実験まで
Those
している
heartless
非
bastards
常
will
な
do
連中
anything, even experiment on human
その背
beings.
後
And behind them
国
is a
家の枠
power
組みさえ
greater
超え
than
て
all the nations
今
of
日
the earth.
もし電話レンジ各
If we
国に
make the
公
phone
表すれ
wave,
ば
named subject to change, public,
俺た
they
ち
might have us erased.
消されるかもしれない
映画の見過ぎじゃ
We
ない
watch too many movies.
300人委員
The
会という
name
名
Committee
前
of
が
300 appeared in actual CERN documents.
そうだけど
Yeah, but Kurisu's tone weakens.
なんだか
Mayushi's kinda scared.
ハッキングがバレたら
If they find out about our hacking, they'll seriously have us killed. I didn't make any mistakes that could give us away, of course.
それに
Also, and
これ
this is
が
the
何より
biggest
も
problem,
問題なのだ
I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn.
公表して
If
し
we
ま
go public, we won't be able to do cool stuff with emails anymore.
あんたね
Why, you... Ha ha ha! No way I'm giving up such an awesome machine. I am Hoin Kyoma, the insane mad scientist who rules space and time. What I desire is, that's right,
ダ
chaos.
メだこいつ
of here! Get me out 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 of here!
This guy's hopeless. Better do something quick.
え
What? Everyone freezes.
クリスティーナ
Christina,
お前
are you a
あ
chin?
んた
うるさい
Shut up!
これ以上
I'm
言う
not
な
okay.
そんな
Kurisu gives me her sharpest glare. Her eyes are so cold, my spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was gonna say.
そういえば
That reminds me, Daru. Have you made any progress in hacking into
さら
CERN?
に進んだか
He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBN 5100, but I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor is always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers are always busy on the keyboard.
ああ今はセルンの膨大な資料を
Yeah,
漁る
right
と
now
ころ
I'm combing CERN's massive database.
翻訳しながら
It
全部読むの
would
に
take years to
何
read
年
it all.
かか
For
る
now,
な
I've passed everything that looks
一応
important
重
to
要なところ
Makise
は
Shi
ま
for translation.
まあ基本的には
Basically, I've gone as deep as I could go.
セルンは今や
CERN belongs to me now.
お前が味方でよかった
Thank goodness you're on my side.
つくづく思うよ
If only you weren't so weak to
そ
seduction.
れでクリスティーナ
Christina, report on the status of these translations.
そのいち
Can
い
you
ち芝居が
stop
かってし
talking
まう
like that? It's pretentious and annoying as hell.
な
Hell. Mary takes a cute idol-like pose and smiles for some reason. Chris-chan, and as Okarin's childhood friend, I promise you'll get used to how he talks eventually.
そのうちって
I
いう
just
の
hope
が
it doesn't take 10 years.
お前
So you're saying you want to stay with me for 10 years. In other words, you want to work for the lab for the rest of your...
皮肉よ
It was sarcasm, get it? Sarcasm.
そうかうんではさっさと報告
Give me your report, Christina. If you don't, I'll call you a channeler.
違うっつってんでしょ
Didn't you hear me the first time? She glares at me again. My blood goes cold.
一応時
I've
間
been
を見て
working on the
翻訳も進
translation
めて
when
る
I
け
have
ど
times, and so
今
far
のところ
haven't seen
タイム
anything
マシン
new
に
about
関す
time
るやっ
travel.
ぱりセルンも問題の解決
It
策を
looks like
見つけよ
CERN
う
is
と
still struggling to
四苦八苦
find a solution. Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years like Teeter said.
誰
Daru,
他に成果
any other results?
成果じゃないけど
Well, it looks like CERN's in the middle of a big project, so the LHC's at full operation.
そこに割り込んで
I'm trying to see if I can
こっそ
cut
り
in
使わ
and
せて
maybe
もらえないか
use
な
it secretly.
嘘
What? No way. Kurisu's stunned. Honestly, so am I.
それってすごいの
Is that amazing?
すごいどころじゃない
It's not amazing, it's downright outrageous.
バーハカ
Super Haka. What a monster!
おいクリスティーナ
Hey, Christina, are
お前
you...
わざと
Oh, hey, Christina, are you doing that on purpose?
あ
Doing what?
何のこと
Shh. She's a channeler, no doubt about it.
でもまあそれができるようになったところで
Anyway, I'm just doing it for
使い道
laughs.
なんて
It's
ないだ
not
ろう
like we
けど
have
な
any reason to use the LHC.
Sounds like things are going smoothly. When
いつ入れる
when do you begin stage 3 of the operation?
第3段階って何ぞ
What's stage 3?
セルンがひと隠しにしてい
CERN's
る
most
禁断の領
secret
域
forbidden domain.
そこ
We're
に
going
隠
to
された
free
闇
the
を暴くこ
darkness
とに決まって
hidden
いる
inside.
日本語で OK
In Japanese, please.
IBN 5100
The IBN 5100 database. I'm asking if you've started hacking it yet.
そこへのハッキング
Dart
は
frowns.
あ
We
あ
can't,
それは無理って
remember?
言ったじゃん
IBN 5100
You
さえ
said
あれば
all we needed was an IBN 5100 of our own.
なる
Right,
逆に
that's the
言えば
problem. We can't
だ
do
から
anything
こそ
without
手
one.
も足も出ないわけで
Huh?
Oh. So they don't have the IBN 5100 in this timeline? And maybe that's why What's-Her-Face never came by. Shining Finger! Okay, that's interesting, actually. So we found another difference. Again, this feeling of disconnect. The conversation isn't making sense.
IBN 5100
But I got you an IBN 5100. You haven't started working on it yet?
まだ
え
Huh?
手に入れてきた
You got one? When? Oh. Puzzled, I look at Kurisu and Mayuri. Mayuri looks confused, like always. Kurisu meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders.
私も聞いてないわよ
First I've heard of it.
バカな
Impossible! That just can't be. I dash into the development room. The IBN 5100 I borrowed from Yanabayashi Shrine should be on the shelf inside. It's in a cardboard box, and it weighs 25 kilos, too heavy for a single person to carry. But when I go to look,
ない
it's gone. It's no longer where I left it.
IBN 5100
The IBN 5100 was right here. Where'd it go? Everyone looks at me in surprise.
何を鳩が豆鉄砲食らったみた
Why are
いな
you
顔してる
staring at me like that? The legendary PC that was donated to Yanabayashi Shrine. You've seen it, remember?
そんなの知ら
I don't remember.
柳林神社に
Donated to Yanabayashi Shrine? That's stupid.
幻覚でも見てた
You
んじゃな
sure
い
you weren't hallucinating? It's hot these days. Despair drags me down like quicksand. We can't hack the database without the IBN 5100. Twice? Who stole it? The organization? CERN? Ifrit logging into Final Fantasy 13? CERN is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBN 5100 from the lab. Oh, there you are, Twice. No. Even if they could steal the IBN 5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mayuri and Daru's memories of it. What happened? Kiryu Moeka. Maybe I should ask... Oh, I should check with her first.
Yes?
You playing some 13, Ifrit? Could someone other than Moeka have stolen the IBN 5100? I consider the possibilities. The next name that comes to mind is...
まさか
Don't tell me that it was John Teeter.
そうだ
Of course. Teeter's goal was to obtain the IBN 5100. And I've already... Shit, I keep clicking by accident. And I've already contacted him several times. But how did he get my personal information?
すでに俺は何度かコンタクトを取っているしかしどうやって俺の個人情報を手に入れた
Oh. Did you say you're playing on a Steam Deck? Steam Decks are basically like a Steam Switch, aren't they? Like a mobile console? That's pretty sick. A high school girl is chiding me. She dares make a fool of Halloween Kyoma? Irritated, I explained the purpose of the IBN 5100 and how I came to obtain one. Much more power. Oh wow, 14 on the go. We've entered a new age. But when's 11? During that time, I also send Moeka a mail for confirmation. Okay. Good boy. The IBN 5100 may have disappeared as a result of changes someone made to the past. Was a major pain in the ass to set up? Why? We're messaging Mars again? We are. Something's fucked up with this timeline, Hebby. Oh, so you believe me. But from my perspective, all the emails we sent so far were trivial. It doesn't run natively on Steam? Oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so basically we never got the IBN 5100 in this timeline. This is the timeline where I demolished the microwave. Don't do that, Rosen. That's a very important plot device. There's that one we sent when we first realized Phonewave-chan was a time machine, right?
オカリンは変態って内容で送ったよな。
The one that said Ocarine is a perv. Yeah, I think the intro of this game would have been better if everybody was in a building in Nevada. Personally. During the preliminary D-mail experiments, I sent dozens to Okabe's phone, but they were all insubstantial, so I don't think they could have changed the past.
僕も2通送ったお。
I sent 2 of them when I was trying to win the match against Ferris.
書いた。
There was one more, the first mail Okabe accidentally sent that said I was dead. So wait a minute. Ocarina is a perv. The ones to Daru. So did we not do the lottery one in this timeline? Or the one with Moeka? But from my perspective, we sent several more. You mean how you sent the winning Lotto 6 numbers and how Luka-chan brought a ticket with those numbers but didn't win? But nobody aside from Okabe remembers him sending it. But I showed you guys afterwards. It was still in my phone's arrival history.
あれは惜しかったよね。
We were so close. Is that all? No, there's more. Moeka and Lukako each sent a D-mail. Oh, right. That's what you claim. But Hashida, Mayuri-san, and I don't remember either of those. Ow. Mayushi's getting a headache. I already told you guys, I'm the only one who keeps his memories after the world changes. So, according to your perspective, when did the IBN 5100 disappear? Did it just happen? When's the last time you remember seeing it in the lab? Well, it would have been the day that Moeka was there and then got yeeted. I put my index finger on my forehead and searched my memories. IBN 5100, IBN 5100. I'm sure it was August 3rd. I remember it being in the lab on August 3rd. Are you certain? I think so. So many things have happened. My memories are a jumble. Let's go over the events which led to me obtaining the IBN 5100. I heard that Ferris was a retro PC maniac who knew about the IBN 5100. I learned that 9 years ago she donated her IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. I asked Lukako's dad for help, and he lent me the IBN 5100 just like that. Mission complete. At the very least, Ferris and Lukako should remember what happened. I should give them a call. First up is Lukako. Hello, Okabe-san. Please forget what you saw the other day.
恥ずかしいところ
I saw something? My cosplay. Oh, that. That was just Lukaku getting embarrassed for no reason.
それより
More importantly, I have questions about the IBN 5100. The IBeam 5...
IBN 5100
IBN 5100. About 9 years ago, someone dedicated a retro PC to Yanabayashi Shrine. That's the one. Know anything? Yes? He remembers. Lukaku really
俺
remembers.
が少し前に神社に
Just a while ago, I came to the shrine looking for it, didn't I? And then I asked your old man, and he let me borrow it, right? I don't...
違う
Right? I don't remember anything like that. What? Is this another effect of changing the past?
IBN
The
5100
IBN 5100 was at the shrine though, right? Is it there now? I don't know the details.
今どこにいる
Where are you now? Is your old man there? No?
そうか
Damn. Okay. Sorry for calling you so suddenly. No problem. I'm sorry that I couldn't help. The IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine, that's a fact. And Lukaku knew that. I need to check if it's still there or not. Could the IBN 5100 have returned to the shrine? Did that huge retro PC sprout legs and trot back? That's just silly. Oh, Mars, there you are. The Shining Finger himself. Did you consume chia seed pudding yet? So, also, this game. This game has been built up the entire time. I think we've streamed it probably, this is like the 7th session or so, and it's still in the build-up. So when it drops, I hope it's good. Gel bananas have teleported out of the microwave. Moeka also instantly moved from the lab to somewhere else. Considering that, it's entirely possible that the same thing happened to the IBN 5100. Maybe I should go check later. Chia seed pudding has been consumed, but only a few people ate it. Mars stopped texting at the speed of light. Yeah, Mars, you have a persona in this game, just so you're aware. Because you text me all the time, so, you're the character that... They call her Shining Finger, but really she's Marsfire 86. Next is Ferris. You do text me all the time, it's just on Discord. By the way, I haven't told Ferris my phone number. I'm afraid that if I talk to her on the phone, she'll drag me into her usual nonsense. So there's only one option. We're gonna text her. Mayuri, I need to contact Ferris. Huh? Mayuri's eating an eclair. She must have stuck some in the fridge when I wasn't looking. Want one, Ocarine? They're delicious. Now that she mentions it, Kurisu and Daru are eating too. You people don't have a care in the world, do you? There's some crazy stuff happening here. Or it could all just be in your head. No need to panic. It's not just in my head, it's not. You need Ferris-chan for something. I wonder if she's working today. Ferris-tan's off today. Well done, Daru. You know Ferris' schedule better than her coworker. I award you the title of Ferris Stalker. You know her phone number, right? See if you can get a hold of her. Okay. Ferris takes, Mayuri takes out her phone and makes a call. After a short wait, Mayuri smiles. Ferris-chan, good afternoon. It's Mayushi. Nyan. Nyan? Oh, right. This is the first time Kurisu has heard Mayuri speak Nyanyanian. Sorry to bother you on your day off. Ocarine said he wants to talk to you about something. Wanna talk to him? Huh? You know, Ocarine. Kyoma? Who's Kyoma? The hell are they talking about? By the way, Ferris is the only person who calls me by my true name, Ho'oin Kyoma. I'm thankful for that, but she still drives me crazy. I'm handing you over, okay? Here you go, Ocarine. I take Mayuri's phone. Ferris's face is displayed on the LCD. She's wearing cat ears even though it's her day off.
俺だ。
It's me, Ho'oin Kyoma.
今日なんかセーリスに用事なんで
Meow! How unusual for Kyoma to contact me. Meow.
どうしても聞きたいことが。
There's something I need to ask you.
お前は昔。
Long ago, you donated a retro PC to Yanabayashi Shrine, am I mistaken? Nyan.
何？にゃん。とはどう
What?
いう意味だ？
What's Nyan supposed to mean? Nya. Ah, crap, I started to talk like her. Kurisu bursts out laughing. Looks like she heard.
間違いないにゃ
It means you're right, Nya. Though I didn't know it was called the IBN 5100 until recently. Nya.
何？最近知ったとはどういう？
Oh, hey, Tom. What? Why recently?
ダルニャンに教えてもらった
Daru Nyan told me. Nya. So that's it. At any rate, Ferris has confirmed that the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. So did the IBN 5100 disappear from the lab after I retrieved it? No. Kurisu and the others lost their memories of me bringing it back to the lab. So I'm considering two possibilities. One, I went to the shrine but didn't acquire the IBN 5100. It's still at the shrine. Two, before I went to the shrine, someone moved the IBN 5100 somewhere else. Looks like I'll have to go to the shrine after all.
レトロ PC がどうしたの
So, what about the retro PC? Yeah. Nothing. Ferris was a retro PC maniac, wasn't she? Let's just make sure.
IBN 5100。
Do you have any other information on the IBN
他に
5100?
情報はないか？
It's a super rare
超レ
PC.
アだ。お前はカリスマメイドとして
As a
この
charisma
秋葉に
build
強い
maid,
ネットワークを持っているだろう。
I expect you have a strong network in
今
Akiba,
秋葉にある
correct?
IBN 5100を探
I'd
しても
like
ら
you
い
to
たい。
use that network and search for any IBN 5100s in Akiba now. We only need to find one. It doesn't matter if it's the one I found at the shrine.
ふーん
Yeah.
探してもいいけど
I can look, but for a price. Yeah.
条件？
Price? Is she trying to strike a deal? That's unexpected.
聞こう。
Let's hear it.
じゃあ
I want you to come over to Ferris's apartment. Yeah.
うちだと？
Where is this
お
apartment
前
of
のう
yours?
ちはどこだ？
I quickly prepare a memo pad and write down the address Ferris recites.
なんだ？
Oh, so you
お前
live in
は秋葉に
Akiba.
住んでいるのか？
That'll make things quick. Judging by the address, it should be right next to the station.
それじゃ待ってるにゃ
In Taco Bell 3 Kingdoms, I have 33 in their arena. Taco Bell 3 Kingdoms? It cannot be easier. I'll be waiting, yeah. I return Mayuri's phone and stand up from the couch. Let's stop by Yanabayashi Shrine and then head to Ferris's place.
で、
Well, I look over my shoulders with a frown.
なぜお前たちまでついて
Why are you guys tagging along? Mayuri and Daru are following me, even though I didn't ask them to come. Kurisu stayed back at the lab.
だってね
Mayushi's never been to Ferris-chan's place.
一度ね
I thought I'd like to visit once. Hee hee.
つうか
I mean, it's Ferris-chan's home. No way I'm missing this.
突せざるを
It
得
might
ない
be a bad
だろ
idea to
情
take
報
Ferris Stalker along. A really bad idea. Well, whatever. If Ferris has a problem with it, then we can send him away when we get there. Nothing else matters as long as I get Ferris to search for an IBN 5100. Of course, if the IBN 5100's at Yanabayashi Shrine, then that won't even be necessary. I stop by the shrine, but Lukaku's not here. I guess he was out when he answered the phone earlier. I've got no other choice, so I go to Humble Shrine office. the humble shrine office and press the intercom button. Luca's dad comes out. When I try asking him if the IBN 5100 was donated to the shrine, he answers it certainly was. But after he tries looking for it, he says he can't find it anywhere and has no idea where it went. I ask if he lent me the IBN 5100 before, but that event is gone from his memory. What's going on here? While heading towards Ferris's place, I analyze the situation. The IBN 5100 has disappeared from the lab, even though it was there just a few days ago. It also has disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine. It's like some god is messing with me, moving it every time I get close. The D-mails definitely have something to do with this. I can only begin to imagine how the past has changed. At any rate, it looks like we'll have to rely on Ferris. The usual weekend crowd packs in front of Akiba Station. Girls dressed in maid outfits and school uniforms diligently distribute flyers to the passers-by. I appreciate their efforts in this god-awful heat. After a few melanin-boosting moments while walking in the sun, I come to a sudden stop.
どうしたの?
What's wrong? I've caught sight of a woman squatting on the side of the road, hugging her knees and typing on her phone. There you are, Mars. That's gotta be Lab Mem 5, Kiryu Moeka. Wait, is she still a Lab Mem? Mayuri and Daru don't remember her. Well, whatever.
なんという幸運
But look! There's something I need to ask her. I run up to Moeka.
おい、視圧師
Hey, Shining Finger! I try getting her attention, but she's stuck in her own little world. IBN. Why is she you? I told you, because she's always messaging the main character, and I'm the main character, so therefore... Do you understand? Now I know, when I hang out with you in person, you'll probably message me to communicate with me instead of speaking to me. That's what she does. And it's the worst. Gone. Why is it gone? Why can't I find it? Maybe, is it really in this town? Don't tell me it's already...
聞いているのか、シャイニングフィンガー
Are you listening, Shining Finger? It should be, has to be. FB said so. FB? Facebook? No reaction.
桐生萌えか
Kiryu Moeka! Moeka stops muttering. She finally looks up. Actually, she just looks at my feet. Okabe-kun.
お前
Did you take the IBN 5100 from the lab? Mayuri and Daru look askance at me, but I ignore them.
俺は
I don't want to believe that it was you. You are a fellow lab mem after all, but you did display an unhealthy attachment to that computer.
どうだ
So, was it you?
IBN
You found an IBN 5100?
見つけたが
I found one, but it's gone
な
missing.
くなっ
Missing?
た案ずることはない
Don't worry, I won't report you to the police as long as you return it, that is. The normally expressionless Moeka frowns in
知
bewilderment.
らない
You don't remember, do you? Moeka shakes her head faintly. Then she looks down and begins operating her phone at high speed. Oh. Look, she's doing it! You're not making any sense. Please explain. Did you really find an IBN 5100? Where? Moeka. She really doesn't know. If the IBN 5100 had been stolen from the lab, then Moeka would be my first suspect. But the IBN 5100 disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine, not the lab. It can't have been Moeka's doing. So it was the D-mail. Or perhaps it was the work of CERN.
すまない
I'm sorry,
視
Finger.
圧しよ
I squat in front of Moeka and bow my head.
う俺はラボ面であるお前を
I suspected
仲間
you,
を
a lab mem,
疑ってしまった
a comrade.
最低な男だな
I'm the worst sort of man.
殴っ
Hit
て
me,
くれても
please.
構わ
I
ない
don't mind.
だが
But there's one thing I want you to know. In my long years running for the organization, I've grown unable to trust anyone. Why? Why did I have to be born with these gifts that others so covet? Once I start to suspect, everyone looks suspicious. No matter how many comrades gather around me, I always feel alone. Pitiful, aren't I? Just tell me about the IBN 5100, Moeka. Did you just ignore my entire speech? Hey, Ocarine, you're doing improv in the middle of the street. Has the heat gone to your head? So Moeka doesn't know I had an IBN 5100. And judging by her responses, she hasn't found one either. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from my goal. I've been thinking... Moeka-san sure is pretty, isn't she? She's got a nice figure, and she's tall, too. She'd look great in one of my costumes. Hee. For a second, I doubt my ears. I approach Mayuri. You've met Moeka before? Sure I have. When? I grab Mayuri by the shoulders and shake her. Her head bounces back and forth. When you brought her to the lab. I did? Daru, do you remember her? Sure, we met at the lab. Okay, so wait. There are definitely... We hop between two different timelines then. The timeline where we jumped into a timeline where she didn't go to the lab. That's the one where we did the scene with Lukaku, and then his D-mail caused us to jump to another timeline, which we are currently in, which apparently that event happened. After Moeka sent her D-mail, Mayuri, Daru, and Kurisu behaved as if they had never met her before. But now Mayuri and Daru know her. Does that mean Moeka's past was reconstructed again? Given the timing, it has to be Lukaku's D-mail that did it. And all he did was tell his mother to eat a lot of vegetables. So, but if they never got the IBN 5100 in this timeline, then how did they get Moeka to go to the lab? Okay. How can that be related to the lab mem's knowledge of Moeka? Is that another example of the butterfly effect? The cause doesn't match the effect at all. Ocarine, we need to get going. There's Chan's waiting. Remember? That's true. Let's think about the Moeka issue later. Right now, we should look for the address written on the memo pad. By the way, Mayuri, what's Ferris's real name? Whoa, Ocarine, hold on there. Ferris-san's name is Ferris Nyan Nyan. She doesn't have any other names. Face reality, Daru. Ferris Nyan Nyan is just her professional name. You're the worst! Why do you have to crush my dreams like that, man? Quit grumbling. You just can't handle the truth. Well, Mayuri, don't you know? Is it okay for Mayushi to tell you? It's not like you took a vow of secrecy, right? And besides, we're visiting her home, so we'll find out soon enough. Oh, I guess you're right. But just promise me you'll keep it a secret, okay? Like from the masters who come to May Queen. I nod. Ocarine, Ferris's real name is Akiha Rumiho-chan. Akiha! Yan yan yan, not listening. Daru covers his ears and drowns the sound out.
So the
Akiha.
holy war begins.
The same characters as in Akihabara. Appropriate. Our destination turns out to be the high-rise apartment building next to UPX. Awesome!
マジで
Wait, seriously? She lives here?
だと
We stand there for a while, staring wide-eyed at the towering building before us. According to the address Ferris gave me, she lives on the top floor, all the way up there.
住所聞き間違えたか
Did we get the wrong address? No, I wouldn't make such a stupid mistake.
まさかフェイリスは
Don't tell me Ferris is working for the organization. I quickly scan the area. No suspicious figures in sight.
怪しげな黒服連中に
Does she have men in black waiting to haul us off to a re-education camp?
妄想を持つ
Nice delusion, man. The truth is stranger than fiction.
それにあのフェイリスさんの
Besides, don't you think it would be super moe if Ferris-tan turned out to be a rich girl character?
お前こそ妄想
Nice delusion yourself, man. Anyway, let's go in. When we call the top floor room via intercom, we are greeted by the voice of an elderly man. He lets us in immediately once I introduce myself as Hoin Kyoma. It feels like we're walking into a trap, but I can't turn back now. When we get off the elevator, the elderly man from the intercom is there to lead us inside. He turns out to be a silver-haired gentleman in a tuxedo. A real-life butler. He does indeed look like a stereotypical butler. He fits the bill so well, you wouldn't think he was anything else. Mistress, Mr. Hoin Kyoma and friends have arrived. The butler leads us into a room. Ferris is standing before a large window with a panoramic view of Akiba.
黒木ありがとにゃ
Thanks, Kuroki. Nya. I've never seen her wearing anything other than the usual maid uniform, so it's refreshing to see her in plain clothes. But why does she have her cat ears on? I want to ask, but I can't help but wonder. I restrain myself. Even if I did ask, Ferris would say something like, I was born with these, nya. Nya nya? Mayushi and Darunyan came too, nyan. Not them being attached to her head. Ferris's eyes twinkle when she sees Mayuri and Daru behind me. Ferris-chan, good afternoon, nyan.
フェイリスさんの私服姿
Casual
とか
Ferris-tan, too cute.
可愛すぐる
I silenced the mouth-breathing Daru by introducing his ribs to my elbow.
参りとダルは勝手
They
につい
followed
てき
me.
た
If you don't want them here, I'll send them home.
迷惑だよ
構わないにゃ
No fur off my back, nyan. Everyone's welcome, nyan.
というか
Wait, you talk like that even in your own home?
何のことかにゃ
What do you mean, nya?
あくまでとぼける気か
Gonna play dumb, Akiha Rumi Ho.
フェイリスは
Ferris is Ferris, nya. Whatever.
しかしこの家は一
Fine.
体どういう
What I really want to know is how
秋葉の一等
you
地は
get to
超
live in a
高級マンション
luxury
とは
apartment in Akiba's best district. I look around the room again. The interior design and furnishings give a very refined impression. It's elegant without being ostentatious. Actually, it's kind of like a model home. There's nothing to suggest that this room is lived in. No dirty clothes, no used dishware, no, not even a speck of dust. That butler, or maybe even real maids, if there's a butler, there have to be maids, right? Must be constantly cleaning up. Speaking of the butler, he's disappeared. I didn't even notice him leave. He's clearly a master butler if he can move so quietly. Ferris has no authority over our microwave, thank you. Ferris, just who are you?
だから
Like I said, Ferris is Ferris. Nyan. Ferris says it so nonchalantly.
とぼけるな
Don't play dumb. If you don't explain yourself, I'm leaving.
帰らせてもらう
な
Oh, arrogant! We're the ones who came here to ask Ferriston for a favor, aren't we? Well, you must know, this land originally belonged to my family. Yeah. Huh? What did she just say? This land originally belonged to her family? Oh, so that's why you're Akiha-san. Mayuri's exclamation connects the dots in my head. Akiha, you mean you're descended from the hereditary landholders of Akihabara? Ferris nods with a proud expression. So she really is a rich girl character. By the way, Ferris has considerable influence on Akihabara's development. Nyan? Ferris wriggles her slender waist and makes a gesture like a cat washing its face. It was Ferris who convinced the development board to actively promote moe culture at Akiba. Nyan. Wow, that's amazing. I've been going to development meetings since I was little, nya. So basically, the chaotic changes in Akiba are all a result of this cat girl's whims. What a monster. But please keep all this a secret, Nyan. Ferris's expression suddenly darkens. Why? You wanna know why? Yeah? Ferris approaches me with a bewitching expression. That's because... Ferris gently strokes my cheek with her cool, slender fingers. Weird. I feel myself falling under her spell. And then... she grins. Ferris is Ferris! Nya! Damn you, cat girl. How dare you make a fool of me? Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect because of that, but it was a bluff apparently. I want all my fans to keep treating me the same as always. Nyan! The Nyas are too much, they are. What's great about this character though, Mars, is like, the MC is super delusional and living in his own world, and like tries to like make others play along with the narrative, and he doesn't like this character because she goes along with it and like elevates it. So he gets like a dose of his own medicine and he hates it. Daru starts fist pumping when he sees Ferris's cutesy act. Yeah, because Cortex is also the MC, just like me. 9 players. I'll treat you at full force! Mayu, she's your fan too. Your maid spirit is really amazing. Mayuri and Daru have fallen for her charms, but not I. I don't care about any of this. I thrust my finger at Ferris. Do not defy me, Ferris Yan Yan, or I'll paint your expensive wallpaper with blood. You called me to your home so you could show off your status and try to gain leverage in our negotiations, but it's futile. For you are dealing with the insane mad scientist, Ho-Oh-In Kiyoma. What kind of reason is that? Ha, perfect. Now Ferris will tremble in fear and beg for my forgiveness. Or so I thought, but instead she looks at me with gleaming eyes. Nyan, Ferris loves forceful men. Nya.
No.
What did she say? That's my line. I wanted to threaten her, not seduce her. Is Ferris a masochist? Honestly, Ferris didn't want to talk so much about herself. Yeah. Most people, when they learn who I am, stop seeing me as Ferris. Yeah. They only see the Akiha name. Ferris and Akiha Rumiho want to be seen as separate persons. Yeah. There's nothing to separate. You are Ferris Nyan Yan, are you not? Yeah. For once I agree with you, Agree. Whenever she speaks Nyan Nyanian and wears her cat ears, she's Ferris-san. You're just being overly self-conscious, Ferris. I don't know.
お
Yeah.
前は自意識過剰な
I'm
のか
serious. To me, you will always be the
俺にとって
unbeatable
お前は
cat-eared maid.
どこ
Yeah.
ありがとにゃ
Thanks, Kilma. Why is she thanking me? Well, she's probably admiring my incredible magnanimity. Now then, let's finish this idle gossip and get down to business.
それで
Ferris, you said there would be a price to pay in exchange for your help acquiring an IVN 5100. What is your price?
よく吟味して
Do not
条件を
test the
出す
limits of my goodwill.
俺の右手は
If I unseal my right arm for even an
あら
instant,
ゆるものを
everything will be destroyed and nothing will remain. Just so you know.
大丈夫にゃ
Fine by me, Nyan! Ferris points at the cat ears sticking out of her head.
この猫耳にはあらゆる
These cat ears have the power to negate all other powers. Nyan Nyan clear.
キョウマの力が暴
When
走した
Kilma's
時は
powers are unleashed, Ferris will stop it.
進めてみて
Nya.
にゃ
I shouldn't have mentioned my hand to Ferris. Ferris's most terrifying power is known as Dubbing 10. It allows her to steal other people's stories and add them to her own. I'm the one who named it, of course. The number 10 doesn't really mean anything.
さてさてそれでは発表するにゃ
Well, I guess I'll tell you, Nya.
フェイリスからの条件
My price. Ferris chuckles. But I notice something. Her eyes aren't
タ
smiling.
イムマシンを
Is to let you use your... Let me use your time machine. Nya. Yes, I had a feeling that was
昨
it.
日メイクインで
I heard what you said at
話
May
した
Queen
けどね
yesterday. You
タイム
built
マ
a
シン
time
を
machine.
開発したって
いかにも
Indeed. We have created the first successful time
人
machine in
類史
human
上初
history.
のタイムマシン
だから
Uh,
人類史
CERN
上
was the
初
first.
がセルンだった
だが勘違いす
But
る
don't misunderstand.
タイムマシンとは
We
言って
call
も
it a time machine, but it's not the kind you can hop into and fly wherever you
俺
want.
たちが成功した
All we can do is send a 36-byte email to someone's phone in the past.
ただしこれだけでも
Hey,
ノーベル
Kuroi.
物理学賞
Yeah,
ものであり
we're getting coerced by
人類の
Ferris
歴史を
Nyan
塗り替える
I don't know why he would agree to let her use it. Because there's no guarantee she can even find what we're looking for. Happy Saturday, though, Kuroi. Even that is worthy of a Nobel Prize in physics. It is a transcendental super invention that will alter the course of human history forever.
過去の誰かにメールが送れるそれ
It
って
can
とっても
send an
すごい
email
な
to someone in the past. That's awesome! Ferris wants to use it. Nya! Ferris jumps up and down with joy.
タイムマシンは
The time machine is our lab's greatest secret. If you want to use it, then you must become a lab mem.
ラボメ
A lab mem? What's
Then
that?
I-
Nya?
ンあのね
Well, it means you get to be part of our club. Mayushi would be happy if Ferris-chan became a lab mem.
フェリスさんがラ
右に同じく
Same here.
というか大
That would be alright.
ぜひ入ってく
Please
ださ
join.
い
I'm begging here.
どうすればラボメに
How do I become a lab mem? Nya, nya.
契約書などは
There's no
存在しない
contracts. We only require that you perform the blood oath.
血の
The blood oath?
契約
The window is closed, but a gust of wind blows through the room. It's coming from the air conditioner. The outside window is I see rain clouds covering the sky. I hear the rumbling of thunder inside my brain. Ferris Nyan Nyan, if thou dost desire to join the hallowed order of lab mems, then by code passed down in high ancient from the age long forgotten,
その肉
pledge thy flesh, thy bone, thy blood, and thy soul to the grail of heaven,
天の
and
杯
swear
を捧
fealty
げることを
everlasting.
さすれば
This duty fulfilled, the old gods shall grant thee thy lab mem number.
何を言ってるのか
I didn't understand a word of that. Oh no, what do I do? Mayoshi's never ate any blood loaf. Does that mean Mayoshi's not a lab mem?
マユシ
Don't worry,
しょんぼり
Mayoshi.
しなくて
This
も
is
OK
just Okarin's usual nonsense.
そっか
Oh, I guess everything's fine then. Thank goodness.
わかったにゃ
Very well, Nya. I shall take the blood oath. Nya. With a grim expression, Ferris grabs the small knife on top of her desk and suddenly slashes it against her wrist. Oh! No!
いやペーパーナイフっしょ
Isn't that a paper knife?
にゃはは
Nyan, Diary Nyan's right. Nyan. She surprised me. I clear my throat and pull myself together. Very well, Ferris. I invest you as Lab Mem 007. Perfect! So now I can use the time machine, yeah?
ああ、そう
Indeed.
いうことにな
But not a word to anyone.
ただし
Death to traitors. That's the law of the lab.
そうだったんだ。
Yes?
だからオカリンの
No,
言葉だけど
Ocarine made it up just now.
ありがとにゃー。
Thanks, Kyoma! Ferris hugs me by the neck. A very sweet aroma tickles my nose. And something very soft tickles my...
ちょオカ
Ocarine, you jerk! I helped make the phone wave
電
too.
話レンジ作ったのに
そうなのにゃ。
Really, Nya? Then Daru Nya too! Ferris flies over to Daru.
おかりんおかりん。
I'm glad she's so happy, Ocarine. Mayuri, you really are innocent. Huh? I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺ら
It's me. Yeah, I got her wrapped around my finger. What'd you expect? She's just a 17-year-old
あ
girl.
の猫娘は
That cat girl thinks she's bargained with me to appease her lusts for mankind's dream, the forbidden fruit that is the time machine.
この俺
But she's dancing to the tune of Halloween Kyoma. Why did I agree to pay her price, you ask? That should be obvious. Then I twist my lips into a grin. My razor sharp shark teeth are probably glistening right now. Damn, I wish I had shark teeth.
あの猫娘は実験
That
台
cat girl shall be our guinea pig.
何ゲド
I'm a monster? What a terrible thing to say. Not that you're wrong exactly. Our D-mail experiments have reached a standstill. Kurisu refuses to become a subject, and Mayuri and Daru are too dumb to be useful. We managed to experiment on Moeka and Lukaku, but we still need more data. Along comes Ferris. She's going to provide me with both an IBN 5100 and new data, 2 birds with 1 stone. Uh-oh, I have a bad feeling. Right, Ferris thinks she's using us,
実はゲ
but it is we who are using her. She is but a moth drawn to my brilliant flame. Mwahaha! As planned, we are proceeding to the next phase of the experiment. This is the choice of Steins Gate. L. Psi Congru.
シュタインズゲートの選択だ
I feel like eventually one of these experiments with a person is gonna go really bad. Someone taps me on the shoulder after I put away my phone. Right after that, they blow into my ear.
今誰と電話してた
Who
の
are you talking to, Nya? Ferris is behind me. She must have finished servicing Daru while I was still on the phone. No doubt she heard
気づくの
everything.
が遅かった
It's too late, Ferris Nyan Nyan.
すでに血の命約はなされた
You've already taken the blood oath. If you break it, ruin will befall you.
もう
There is no
逃げる
escape.
ことは叶わんぞ
I know that phrasing was,
タイムマシンはどこにあるのにゃ
You were lurking while running an SF6 set? Who are you playing against? Let's get the Clover Gel Axe ending? Yes, please. Okay, Nya. So where's the time machine? Nya. She's certainly in a hurry.
タイムマシン
The time machine. It is the phone wave name subject to change, by the way. And it's in our lab.
それは我がラボになる
This time, we'll make use of the phone wave name subject to change's original function and send the D-mail by remote control. Kurisu should still be in the lab. I'll leave the setup to her. Yeah, that's where I'm at story time. I haven't played SF6 in weeks. Time to refill. I will be right back. I will leave you with nyan 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 nyan.
Loser.
Wait, what happened with SF6? Meh. I don't hate it, I feel unmotivated to practice it. Alright. I'm also heating up chicken, so... Oh, let's see if Kevin is... He's vibing. My friends were
This
Strive players.
sanctuary is but a vision!
Yes. Karisu should still be in the lab. I'll leave the setup to her. I ask Ferris where she wants the D-mail to go. She says she's sending it to her father 10 years ago. I take down his email address. The destination is April 3, 2000. It has to be at 8 a.m. that day, so we use an online calculator to factor in leap years, resulting in 86,168 hours. Palindrome number! Look at that! Weird. Is it sauceless chicken? I'm probably gonna have it with barbecue sauce. So does that mean it has to keep going for 86,000 seconds? Won't Phone Wave-chan get tired? It doesn't actually have to run the entire duration. Yeah, Ferris just embodies Ferris Nyan Nyan, even when not at work. She's just... Hey, Spectro. Nice cat face. Our previous experiments have confirmed that. The mail reaches the past if you send it as soon as the discharge begins. In accordance with the butterfly effect, the remaining seconds should be cancelled out. The experiment never happened. The fact that the D-mail was sent is erased, leaving behind only the mail in the recipient's phone. At least, that's what our experiments have shown so far. Now, let's call Kurisu.
Hello.
Hello? It's me. What's the situation? She hung up on me. Of course she did. Mayushi and I are the only ones who can deal with your act, you know? Again.
Hello.
Hello? It's Hoin Kyoma. Don't hang up. Oh, it's Okabe. I was sure it was a prank call. It shows you my number, doesn't it? You were talking crazy, so I got scared and hung up. In other words, you fear the insanity of Hoin Kyoma. Well, I suppose you can't be blamed for... She hung up again! Like I said, we're the only ones who can put up with you. I quickly redial. Hello? This is Okabe Rintaro. Sorry, but could you mess with the phone wave name subject to changes settings a little, please? Well, why didn't you say so? You're going to use the phone wave. I don't want to anger the guy downstairs, though. We're about to perform a critical experiment. Understand, assistant. Mr. Braun will yell at you, but that small sacrifice will bring mankind's dream, the time machine, to fruition. You're really irresponsible, you know that? Well, what should I set it to? I tell her Ferris's dad's email. And I have her set the timer. Okay, it's ready. Alright, thanks. Wait a bit. I turn to Ferris. Finished writing what you want to send? I already told her the phone wave name subject to change his email address. Ferris nods. What did you write? You sure it's something that'll change the past? Well, What happened to her usual confidence? It's embarrassing, yeah. A trade secret, nyan. A secret? Nonsense. This is science. Unless we know what you're sending, we can't verify the results. What's that supposed to mean? No one said anything about science, nya. I'm using the time machine for myself, not science, nya. That's not fair.
オカリンも人のこと
If it's
言え
blank
ないけ
13,
ん
yeah. You're gonna talk? Daru, you horny fool. Are you siding with Ferris? Hey, what's up, Valkyria? Happy Saturday. And you call yourself a super hacker! Ferris covers her phone with her body. Looks like she plans on hiding it to the bitter end. Should we halt the experiment?
ちょっと岡部いつまで待たせんのよ
Hey, Okabe! How long are you gonna make me wait? An impatient Kurisu nags me through the phone. Don't rush me, damn it. Ocarine, it's probably something private, so I don't think you should pry. What? Even Mayuri's on Ferris' side. She was like this with Moeka too. This is bad. I thought I had Ferris in the palm of my hand. Was I dancing to her tune all along?
岡部返事しないなら切るぞ
Kabe, if you're not gonna send anything, I'm hanging up.
待て
Wait, fine. Activate the phone wave, name subject to change. Damn it, I submitted to the cat girl.
放電現象始まった
Discharge is starting. I nod to Ferris after getting Kurisu's report. Ferris puts her finger to the send button and
ポチッとにゃ
click! Nyan! As the dizziness fades, I exhale slowly and open my eyes. Alright, world, show me your new form. Man, I wish I knew what kind of mail Ferris sent. First things first, I'm still in her room. When I look out the window, the Akiba sprawl greets me. I scan the room.
それじゃあ
Okay, I was totally certain that Ferris was not going to be here. Okay, card open. Oh no, another virus card.
まだまだ爪が
Not so fast, Yan. You took 3 link cards, right? And I got 3 virus cards, right? Mayushi's in trouble.
絶命なのです
What are they doing? 3 of them are sitting around a table playing some kind of game.
まだターミナルカードが
You still have a terminal card. You can turn the tables next turn. Yeah, haha.
これは無理無理
It's way too late for that, Nya. Ferris is going to use the terminal card virus checker, Nya.
さあ
So, which is Mayoshi's latest virus card? Last virus card, Nya? Oh no.
マジパネっすね
You're a monster,
フェリスさん
Ferris-san. Hey, could you wait 2 or 3 turns, Nya? Please, Nya. Nya. Not even if you try to copycat Ferris, Nyan. No way. Mary puts her fingers to both her eyes as if to mime tears. Anyway, it looks like they're playing Rhinet Access Battlers. It happened again. Reading Steiner. I am the only one in the world who keeps his memories after changing the past. Ferris's email worked. That's why the 3 of them are now playing a card game instead of waiting for Ferris to press a button. Ferris never even sent the D-mail. If I look at her phone, there won't be any record of it in the send history. And even if I demand that she tell me what she sent, she won't be able to answer, because the very fact that she sent it has been erased. The only trace of the D-mail is in the recipient's phone, namely Ferris's father's phone 10 years ago. But that 10-year-old mail data was most likely erased long ago, so I don't think we can check. I have to figure out what changed the hard way. Let's start looking for differences. Ferris-chan's really strong.
最初はマユシにいい感じだった
Mayushi started out strong, yeah. You have potential. Nyan.
でも例え
But don't think I'll go easy on you just because we're playing for fun, Nyan.
それに
Besides, I promised Papa that I'd win the next tournament. Nya. I can't lose to anyone before then. Nyan. Papa? Ferris nods happily. Papa said that if Ferris won, he'd take time off work to congratulate me. Nyan.
僕も
I want to congratulate you too. Are you free that night?
その
Papa and I are having that dinner that night. Yeah.
そう
Oh. You know, we should all go cheer at the finals. Thanks, Nya.
決勝の相手って
Isn't that your final opponent, the viral attackers duo?
下馬評じゃノーマ
No one had heard of them until they defeated Ferriston's rivals, Idiona.
フェイリスタンと
Ferriston's duels with Idiona were all god tier, so I was looking forward to it. I haven't seen any other Rhinet matches, but are the viral attackers really that ferocious? The number of Nyans that we've read is just one drink for every Nyan, and then I get extremely crazy. Let me give, I'm just realizing, Jack Boxers. Let me give Mitch the role in Discord. It's called alcohol poisoning. Yes, very much. She says it at least twice every time she speaks. Except for that sentence right there.
ま、フェイリスタンの敵じゃないよ
She's not even calling it Battle Rhiniators. Like, that seems so easy, and she's still not doing it. Lazy. Well, they're not a threat to Ferriston. Ferriston is the strongest. Ferriston is a goddess. Nyan, stop it, Nya. You're embarrassing me. Nya. As I listen to their conversation, I feel a strange turning in my gut. Something's not right here. A voice whispers from deep within, deeper than reason. I play the conversation back in my head and soon realize the source of my discomfort. The Ferris I knew had never been to an official Rhinet tournament, and yet now she's about to compete in the tournament finals, which means she's been going to tournaments for a while. Is this the change that Ferris wanted to make? Considering the recipient was her father, maybe he was strict and wouldn't let her go to tournaments. But is that a reason to change the past? Ferris is only 17 years old, and it's not too late for her to start participating in tournaments. If there were an age limit to Rhinet tournaments, that would be one thing. I guess it was just that important to her. At that moment, someone knocks on the door. The door opens halfway and a middle-aged man appears. It's not the butler.
失礼
Excuse me, Rumiho.
Skoshi.
Do you have a moment? Papa? Ferris quickly gets up and leaves the room.
ぐは
Whoa, Ferriston's dad. Shouldn't we say hello?
挨拶しておく
He's a CEO, right? Wow. Did she? I don't think she did. Nah, she didn't. Ferris soon returns. She then turns to us and puts her hands together in a gesture of apology. Sorry, Nya. Ferris has to go out with Papa, Nya. Okay, I guess we'll see you later then. But Ferriston, what about my match? You promised me to give me hands-on lesson, you know, really work me over. Pretty sure I didn't, yeah.
ええそうですとも
Of course you didn't. I was just making it up. Daru-kun, you shouldn't trouble Ferris-chan like that. Come on, Ocarine, let's go back to the lab. Yeah.
そういえば今日もやけに静かだったの
Was it really?
どうかしたのにな
Papa? You're right! Oh my, story time! You know, Kyoma's been awfully quiet, yeah? Something wrong, yeah?
いや
Nothing. I was just looking at Akiba, watching the ignorant masses scurry about in search of momentary surcease from the pain of existence.
さすがオカリン。意味不明なり。
That's Ocarine for you. That shit crazy. Ferris, her dad, and the butler see us off. Her dad tells us to come visit again. Ferris' dad seems like a cool guy. He's not pompous like you expect rich people to be. The sun is setting, and there's still a crowd in front of Akiba Station. I'm gonna go check my chicken.
Oh my god!
Neon! Okay. On we go. More foreigners than usual. People come from all over the world to buy electronics and otaku goods in Akiba, but it looks like the satellite is attracting some as well. Man, it's hot. Less than a minute outside, and I'm already drenched in sweat. Ferris's air-conditioned apartment was a little slice of heaven. I'd love air conditioning in the lab, but we don't have that kind of money. Anyway, how about some food? I turn around to ask Daru and Mayushi what they think. Mayuri's not there. Huh? Where'd Mayuri go?
あれそういえば消えてる。
Huh? You're right. She's gone. Did Stardust Handshake activate again? I scanned the area. There she is, walking casually towards the station. She's already about 50 meters away. I chase after her.
Mayuri!
Mayuri, where are you going? Ocarine, Mayushi was thinking about stopping by Nakano Broadway before going home.
帰るなら帰るだな。
The setting of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I see you, game. If you're going home, then why didn't you say so? Sorry, all I could think about was going to Nakano.
マユシの
Mayushi's like some kind of ninja. Never noticed she was gone. Mary does this a lot. She just wanders off without saying anything. And just like Daru said, you never notice when she's gone. So when you turn around to look for her, it's like she vanished into thin air. Stardust handshake and sneaking fade. Why did her powers have to be so annoying?
そもそも
What business do you have in Nakano anyway?
あのね
Well, Asaro Sword Dojinshi came out yesterday. Porn?
う
No, but the illustrator is Koga Yui-san. Mayushi thinks it's finally time to get serious about costumes again.
コウが言う
Koga Yui, she was the designer for the last year's Gun Bomb.
そうだよ
Yup.
僕の分も買っといて
This game sometimes, story time, I swear. Right. Buy me one too. Okie dokie.
おいおい
What are you guys talking about? If you want Dojin, why not go to Tara Noana?
目の前にある
It's
で
right over there. Taru and Mayuri stare at me blankly. There, where?
いや目の
You
前
know,
の
right
前だ
over.
あそこに
Follow my pointing finger. Tara Noana isn't there.
俺
What? I rub my eyes and blink several times. It doesn't help. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I check up and down the street, but it's nowhere to be found. And it's replaced with a Rynet battle store that Ferris goes to all the time because she texted her dad to open a store in Akiba and... Anyways. And what's more, I can't find Animate either. It's supposed to be right next to Tara Noana. Wait a minute. Is this referencing... Is this referencing Ferris's family having control over the otaku stuff? It is. So maybe her text to the past was something about... I don't know. Eats chicken. Instead, I see electronic stores. Daiichi Kaiden and T21 Minami. Yeah, I got some tendies. Never seen them before in my life. Wait. I remember Mr. Braun saying that Akiba used to have a lot more electronic shops. Many of them were closed. I think Daiichi Kaiden and T21 Minami were among them.
虎の穴もアニメイト一体どこ行ったのだ
Where the hell did Tara Noana and Animate go?
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか
Have you lost it, man?
Huh?
Huh?
秋葉には
There aren't any Tara Noanas or Animates in Akiba. That's why Mayushi's going to Nakano to buy Dojinshi.
ないって
What do you mean there aren't
どういう
any?
ことだ 昨日までは普通にあったよな。
They were there yesterday, weren't they? What about earlier today? I wasn't really paying attention to the way to Ferris's apartment, but I'm sure they were still there.
だからないって。そもそもそういう萌えショップが秋葉にあるわけないじゃん。
There's no Moe stores in Akiba, man. You know that. The holy land of Moe is Nakano. Yeah.
秋葉の方が萌えの聖地としては世界規模で有名ではない
But Akiba is the holy land of Moe. The whole world knows that.
ついに暑さでおかしくなったかオカリン。秋葉は電気街。萌えショップができようもんならマニアどもが暴動を起こすレベル
Has the heat
だ。
finally gone to your head, Ocarine? Akiba is the electric town. If you opened a Moe store here, the electronics otaku would riot. My hands are all dirty, guys. Let me put my plate away. I'll be right back. Give me tendies. I mean, we bought them a few days ago and it was a good purchase. We made like wraps with them. With barbecue, chimichurri sauce. Cabbage, cheese. Pretty good stuff. This feeling again. Dissonance. My memories don't match reality. The past has changed. Part of me knows what has happened. But I still can't help but ask.
マンダラケは
What about Mandarake? No?
秋葉王
Akiba-o.
それは普通にあるし。
Of course there's an Akiba-o.
同人誌を売ってる
I mean,
秋葉王国のことだ
Akiba-o-koku. Where they sell dojin.
なんぞそれ。
The hell is that? They sell dojin at Akiba-o?
それはないわ。
Of course not. That would be crazy.
ゲーマーズは
Gamers!
ラムタラは
Ramutara! They shake their heads.
メロンブックスは
Melon Books!
遊びとしてよ
Asobit City! They look confused. So basically, I swallow hard. Nice, Cortex. I just ate 2 big tendies. I had barbecue dipping sauce and garlic teriyaki. So good. I finally understand. It's hard to believe, but I must face the truth.
この街の混沌が
Chaos has forsaken this place. Every last store that sold anime, eroge, or moe goods has disappeared from Akiba. In a final desperate attempt to deny reality, I run to Meikui Nyan, the maid cafe where Mayuri and Ferris work, and which Daru and I frequent. But upon arriving at the storefront, I am forced to my knees in abject defeat.
ない
Oh, shit. May Queen isn't there. And it's been replaced with Cocoa Head Ramen. Okay. Story time, god damn it! We had the same thought. It's all gone. It's not just the Moe stores. Even the maid cafes have disappeared. Storytime, you see that there's DLC? It might be time to return. Oh, I'm so gonna play the DLC. Ferris is a dog girl? Please no. Please not this.
I'm so excited!
Mayuri.
Mayuri, you work at May Queen, don't you?
Make.
May Queen? What's that? A potato?
May Queen Nyan
May Queen Nyan Nyan! I asked Daru too, but no reaction. Mayushi works at Lemoine, remember? Lemoine? Is that a maid cafe? It's a normal coffee shop.
Akiba ni wa.
Is there even a single maid cafe in Akiba?
ねえよ。秋葉に来る人間は
No, man. Sionis! Thank you, sir. 35 months.
To Turu.
To Turu. Yeah, we got, that's the second To Turu sub message today. But thank you, Sionis. Fucked up shit is happening, just so you know. And we're gonna do Jackbox in about an hour. Well, so Ferris wanted to use the time machine, and she sent a message to her father 10 years ago, and now there's no anime shit in Akiba. Nah, man, people here hate moe businesses. Nobody would go. It's clear now. This has to be the result of Ferris's email. The butterfly effect is at it again. Ferris said she had influence over Akiba's development board. They adopted her plan and embraced the moe industry. But by sending a D-mail to 2000, the world line has shifted to one where that never happened. Akiba is still electronics all the way. To think that a single mail could rewrite 10 years of town history. Is it okay to change history on a whim like this? And she still was acting cat-like in her apartment, right? Okay. So this is the conversation with Kurisu. Yeah, so she's still acting Ferris-like. The Holy Land of Moe has shifted to Nashville. And by that we mean Nakano. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. So I don't think there's much that we can make of this. I almost feel guilty about it, but since I'm the only one who remembers the original Akiba, nobody can blame me. And it's not like I can change it back. But still, what in the world did Ferris's email say? The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, the Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear the loud theme songs and cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Yesterday, I heard from Mayuri how we met Ferris on this world line. I was wondering, since May Queen no longer exists, it was a small Rynet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomachache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Ferris. We got crushed, needless to say, and Mayuri says that Ferris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close relationship that we had on the last world line. Fascinating. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. I've got mail.
You won't get away.
Pat GHQWSKM 9 ZBQ.
なんだこれ。
Is the plot happening? Is this the... What the hell? Is this a prank? Spam? Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? What's going on here? I spin around searching the crowd. A few passers-by looking at me strangely. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out all over my body. Is it the organization? CERN? If so, then this mail is a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank, it has to be. I ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No. Not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. Does it look different? I feel like that pig is usually on the ground, no? Or am I just, like, imposing that? After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon, but Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukaku are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice. It's Sunday. Obon weekend. What are you doing here, lab girls? Obon, a Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see parents and relatives. This includes paying respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves. Cool. Pardon the intrusion, Okabe-san. Good morning, Ocarine! The two cute high school girls waved to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. In any case, the sight warms my heart, or would if not for a certain assistant who keeps giving me a bored look before going back to reading. What are you doing? Mayuri and Lukaku are sitting next to each other on the sofa reading a book together. It looks like a cosplay photo album. Yesterday, I went to Nakano to buy doujinshi, remember? While I was there, I found a photo album of a super cute cosplayer. So I splurged on it. Look, Luka-chan. This is a costume of Sedona from Blood Tune. It's so detailed and cute. It is! I see. She's showing it to Lukaku as part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in any cosplay, looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he was always interested in cosplay, just too shy to cosplay himself. Take a look, Christian. It's amazing! I'm okay. Looks like Karisu's not interested in the photo album. She just gives a cold Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Damn it, this is no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're going to make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. Or so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it. Wow, look at these swimsuits! So much skin! She's got a great figure, like a graver idol. Must be nice. Nice? The swimsuits? I don't have that great of a figure. Don't worry, Luka-chan. I'm sure you'll make our big friends breathe hard. Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru with that remark. And, plenty of people like flat chests, so even if you don't have breasts, you should still have confidence in yourself. Karisu starts choking on her coffee. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion. I know! Once Komima's over, let's all go on a trip to the beach. Mayushi's been making costumes all summer. I haven't had time to play at all. What is Komima? Is it supposed to be Comic-Con? What is Komima? Oh, Comic-Cat. Okay, I've heard of that. What do you think, guys? A Lab Mem beach trip? All the Lab Mems? I can't go. I have to go back to America soon, and I haven't even started packing yet. Right. So quirky. Yes, I can see that you're in a rush. I bet you don't even have time to lounge about and read. Karisu snaps her book shut and glares at me. Fine, I'll be blunt. There's no way I'm swimming with two pervs like you. If it's just the girl members, I'll happily go. Be honest, Christina, you don't want me to see the Mongolian spot on your butt. A bluish birthmark commonly found on Asian children? What? Yeah, they ate nuggets recently, yes. I don't have a Mongolian spot. Anyway, if it's just the girl members, then doesn't that rule Lukaku out? What's that supposed to mean? Didn't we tell you earlier? Lukaku is a bona fide guy.
正真正銘の男だとな。
Oh god. Okay. I was actually kind of afraid of this. So in this timeline, Lukaku's a girl. My declaration of the truth freezes the air instantly. Huh? There's something off about the reaction.
最悪ねあんた。
You're the worst. Where do you get off calling her a guy?
男呼ばわりなんて。そうだよ。
Yeah, Ocarine. That's a terrible thing to say. Even Mayuri condemns me. Lukaku, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Is he crying? Normally he'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit, but he wouldn't start crying. Christina, I understand your desire to deny the truth. It's difficult to imagine that a guy could ever be so cute, but...
ルカ子は男だよ。
Okabe?
Okabe? Kurisu advances on me with a stern glare.
私にへんてこ
If
な
you
あだ
want
名をつけ
to
るぐ
give
らい
me
なら
stupid
冗談で済
nicknames,
むな
that's
らいい
fine.
けど
I mean, it's not.
今の
But
あんたの言い草は
what you
冗
just
談
said
に
right
な
now
っ
is
てない
below the belt.
他人を傷つ
I
けるよう
didn't
なや
take
つ
you
じ
for
ゃ
the
ない
kind
と
of
思
guy
っ
who
てた
thinks
け
it's
ど
funny to hurt people's
違った
feelings.
みたいね
But I guess I was wrong. You're a real
今
jerk,
のあんた
Okabe. Huh? What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing?
謝りなさい
Apologize. Apologize to
謝りなさい
Urushibara-san right now.
いやいや。
Wait a second. I don't have to apologize for anything. I just said the truth.
いいんです
It's okay. Lukaku gets up from the sofa. His head is still hanging, and his voice is barely audible. So that's how Okabe-san sees me.
いやいやいやいや。
No. That's not how I see you, Lukaku. You're a guy, remember?
お前
Or
は
are you
男だよ
denying reality too?
現実逃避して
You're
る
the
の
one denying
あんただろうが
reality.
そうだよ
That's right. Luka-chan's a girl, Ocarine. You're terrible.
というかまゆりよ。
Mayuri, when did you start calling Lukaku Luka-chan instead of
ちゃん
Luka-kun?
に変えた？
岡部
Cut it out already, Okabe. She's a girl.
彼女は女の子よ
Mayuri nods in agreement. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank? I'm going home.
帰ります
Lukaku tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab his hand to stop him from leaving.
待てルカ子。
Hold it, Lukaku. You can't fool me. You're as much a man as I am, and I know how to prove
なぜな
it.
らここに。
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here! Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here!
Get off my screen? Um,
ルカ子。お前。
is that supposed to be funny?
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here!
Lukaku, you... The D-mail that I thought had failed was actually a success.
お前は
You're a girl.
女なのか。
最初からそう言っ
That's what we've been saying. A half second later, Kurisu cracks me over the head with a heavy textbook. We got a full CG of Ocarine, like, touching Lukaku in the crotch. Super uncomfortable. And, like, it zoomed in on the... Yeah, When my vision clears, Lukaku's crying. Mayuri's rubbing her back comfortingly. Kurisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Daru, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title to the scene, that's what it would be. The top of my head is throbbing. Most likely because Kurisu wiped out 100 million of my precious neurons, envied by scientists the world over. I put my moist towel to my head. I want to vivisect your skull and remove your brain for a good washing. Then I'll submerge it in culture fluid so you can never do anything like that again. Anyway, just be thankful I haven't reported you to the police. Seriously. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Man, that was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Lukaku has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed, and she's flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as scientific breakthrough? Anyway, I better apologize to Lukaku. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now, and she was shy to begin with. I'll need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to me again. I have no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences. Anyway, what the hell made you think Urushibara-san was a boy? As I already explained, we changed the past. Lukaku was a guy, and he managed to be a girl. So we sent a D-mail to make his wish come true. And it worked. I knew the world line had changed. My magic eye, reading Steiner, saw the shift in time. But I chose to believe my mundane senses instead. I should have had more faith in my powers. I won't make that mistake again. Kurisu calmly readies her book above my head. Want some more? I'm telling the truth. You have to believe me. I can explain this phenomenon logically. Hey, Steven. You missed something horrible. When we sent the D-mail, we changed the past, and all of history changed as a result. My brain perceived that change. Think about it, story time. Think about it. Think with your third eye. I leap to my feet, overcome with excitement. Out of all mankind, I alone can perceive changes in causality. I am this world's observer! Bad. Bad, 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 bad. I look around expecting to see awe on their
いい
faces.
から座れ。
Sit down before I hit you again. Why is it zooming in on her chest? I do as I'm told.
わからないのか
Don't you understand? I'm the observer. The one who opens the box holding Schrodinger's cat. Oh,
シュレ
not
ディン
this.
ガーの猫の実験によ。
シュレディンガ
Schrödinger?
うわ
Schrodinger's cat again.
日本人のシュレディンガー
Japanese can't get enough of that
好きは異常
cat.
あんたも日本人だろ。
You're Japanese too.
もううんざりって感じっす
I've
わ
had enough Schrodinger things.
猫が可愛いのは
There's no
認め
place
るが
on the battlefield for your weakness.
I do admit that kitties are cute though. Daru's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the character always talks about Schrodinger's cat. True!
俺は
Anyway, my magic eye has the power to perceive changes in the world line. This power is called Reading Steiner, as I've explained.
そのリーディ
And
ング
I
シュタ
told
イ
you
ナー
that
って
name was
名前
stupid,
い
remember?
かにも和製英
It's
語って感
English,
じ。
like something
漫
from a
画の
kid's
必
manga.
殺文法としては破綻
Not
して
to
るし
mention, it's a
シュタイナー
grammatical
がシュタ
mess,
インのこ
and
となら
there's also the
前
fact
半
that
は英語
it's
で
half
後半は
German,
ドイツ語
so
とか。
no consistency
むちゃ
there
くちゃ。
either. It's stupid.
ちなみにこれはシュタイ
Same
ン
goes
ジ
for
ェネ
that
レーション
science gate thing you're always talking about. Looks like you've still got that Mongolian spot on your butt, eh, Christina? Names are all about feeling. My creativity, comparable to the great Da Vinci himself, cannot be held by the shackles of grammar.
つまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。
Show a little remorse, huh?
すいません。
I'm sorry. Lukako's still crying. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Kurisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told die, pervert, if it were coming from Lukaku, but why the hell is Kurisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Does she still think she's one of those class president characters? Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brontube workshop door opens, and out comes Part-Time Warrior. So she's, like, the only one that we haven't had some event with that, like, changes things, right? Because Ferris got rid of the anime in Akihabara. Lukako's a woman. And Shining Finger never came around? Question mark? Our eyes meet.
オース。
Sup? She's less energetic than usual.
なんでそんなふにゃふにゃ
Why are you so wobbly?
こういう体
It's
操
a
がある
new
のだ。
exercise. Huh? Never heard of it. Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air.
絶好のサイクリング日和だね。
Perfect weather for cycling.
そうか
Really? It's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning.
あのさ、
Hey, up for a little
サイクリン
cycling?
グしない？
Seriously? She has to be joking.
チャリは1台しか
Your
ない
bike only has one seat.
二人乗りすればいいじ
One
ゃ
of
ん。
us can sit in the back.
バイトを放り出していいの
Don't
か
you have work to do? Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute.
許可取ってきた。
I got permission. It's not like we'll have customers anyway. I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes. I'm a mad scientist, not a mad cyclist. Oh, by the way, Steven, we're gonna be doing Jackbox in about 40 minutes. So,
It's so much fun!
Yes, if you're looking to join, it should be fun. Just checking Discord real quick to make sure there's no confusion.
セッション行きます。決まった。
Okay. So why am I doing the pedaling?
その昔、
Long ago, Aristotle said, time is just the measure of motion.
だから運動した方がいいよ。
So put those pedals in motion. That doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suzuha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Setting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments to catch my breath. It's going well, Kisuan. I think we're, like, very dangerously close to where this game gets real, because, like, big things are changing now. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there, I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past. And the only one who knows it is me.
私さ、
You know? Suzuha murmurs.
東京に来たのは
It's only been 10 days since I arrived in Tokyo. Huh, I didn't know that.
夏休みを利用した
Vacation?
観
No,
光
that can't be right.
お父さんを捜索
I'm
する
hunting for my father. That's a strange way to put it.
蒸発でもしたの
Did he
か
run away? Suzuha is from the future, and her father is John Teeter. Or the person pretending to be John Teeter. I meant it as a joke, but Suzuha looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて
I haven't seen him in years, but I know he's in this town.
そうなの
Oh, but then why are you working downstairs? Suzuha works at the Bronte workshop from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search.
当てがない Hurry! Hurry!
You want me to cosplay Suzuha? I'm actually not... I feel like I haven't seen enough of her because I don't really like her that much. I'm just like... about her. Honestly, I don't have a clue where to begin. Let's get another drink. Whoop! Bye!
Bye-bye!
Okay. Honestly, I don't have a clue where to begin. Have you talked to the police? No? Then shouldn't you? Or you could hire a private investigator or something if you have money. I don't have the resources. Besides, there are issues. I only have one chance. And the chance is tomorrow. I know that tomorrow he might appear in a certain place. Certain place? That has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response. If I miss that chance, I'll have to leave. If I leave, you mean go back home? Not exactly. I have a parallel priority engagement. What? I've already made up my mind. I don't find him tomorrow, I'll give up. You're worried, aren't you? I understand that feeling. You're alone, searching for your father in an unfamiliar town. It can't be easy. You hope that talking to someone would help. That's why you sought out the most reliable person around. Me. Alas, part-time warrior, you have made a grave mistake, for I am the insane mad scientist, Halloween Kyoma. You shall be my next guinea pig! Guinea pig? You know what I'm talking about. D-mail, the greatest discovery in history of science. I've already explained D-mail to Suzuha before. You shall be the subject of our next experiment. What are you gonna do? Suzuha takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's in. Do? Simple. I need more data, and I'll do anything to obtain it. And yeah, I'm thinking the breaking point is coming up. It's either gonna be what happens with her, or what happens immediately after, if I had to stage a guess. You're going to change the past. You can change it however you like, but only I will know the difference. If you think that's cruel, then do as you please. But know that you're already caught in my web. You cannot escape. Fear not, I know exactly what you would write in your D-mail. Listen well. You're going to send this to your father before he disappeared. I might get there tomorrow, you think? I feel like we're close. Don't abandon your daughter. Mwahaha! You're a nice guy, you know that? What? I think talking to you really did help. Are you trying to insult me? I'm not a nice guy. I'm a mad scientist who experiments on women and children. Now tell me your father's email address. If you don't, then I shall unleash the power of my right arm. Once it's unsealed, not even I can control it. You may not survive. Consider yourself warned. Sorry, can't. You dare defy me? I don't know his email address or his phone number. Oh. Well, that's a letdown. That's why tomorrow's my only chance. Thanks for caring, though. I don't care. I'm just disappointed I couldn't experiment on you. Anyway, you can send email to the past? That's amazing. The first time machine ever. Of course it's amazing. I am Halloween Kyoma. Any plans to upgrade it? Upgrade it? You know, like sending people in the past or something. We're working on it. No good ideas yet, though. Let me give you a word of advice. You should leave Makise Kurisu out of it. What do you have against her anyway? Well, better get back to the workshop. I only got a 30-minute break, so I'll get in trouble if I don't get back soon. I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike. Come to the lab tomorrow, whether you meet your father or not. Why? So I can use your grief to power my time machine. Ha ha ha! Right? I think I know who killed Kurisu. Her or her father, maybe. I don't know. You really are a mad scientist. So evil. I mean my father, I'll stop by. Then we can go
祝福をあげて
do
よ
a
ね
gun salute. She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling, leaving me behind. Hey, wait, let me on, hey! Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab. I shall now brief you on Operation Eldermnir. Elderimnir. Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm so nervous. I can't see my own heart, like peeking through frosted glass. Wish me luck. Over and out. I have a thing today, so I'll pass on the meeting.
Loser.
The only lab mems here today are Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukaku. Here, Steven, do Nakwol too, but good luck spelling it.
It is the time for penance.
Well, there you go. I couldn't get a hold of Ferris or Moeka. They must be busy. Daru, meanwhile, gave me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukaku to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me for now, at least. I want you guys to get ready for a party. I've already explained to the lab mems what Suzuha told me yesterday. Excuse me, yesterday.
あんたは何するの
And what are you gonna do? Me? I'm going to follow that part-time warrior and report back as the situation changes.
やめなさいよ悪趣味だな
Don't you dare. Let her be alone with her father. You shouldn't be so quick to reject my plans, Christina. You don't understand the intricacies of the human psyche. Now that you've rejected my plan, there's no way I'm not going through with it. You have underestimated my pride.
独善的すぎ
Get over yourself. Besides, Christina, you and she are enemies, are you not? You protect her from me while plotting her demise. That makes you a hypocrite.
あんたの行動が
You
人と
just
して
don't have
ダメ
standards,
すぎるん
that's
だ
all.
ろそうだよ
She's right. I don't think you should bother her, Ocarine.
ないと思うな
Even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Lukaku hasn't agreed to wear it yet. Mayuri's enthusiasm remains strong.
それよりも
No matter what happens, we need to give her a warm welcome. I'll do anything to help make this party super special.
眉シは買い出しを張り切っちゃうつもり
Is Okabe still a flop and Kurisu based? Yes.
でも僕
Actually, I haven't met the Suzuha-san.
すずさんは
Suzuha-san's really nice. I'm sure you'll get along with her too.
いい人
Nice? Anyway, I'm going to tell her now. You guys.
だから誰
No!
だっつって
Get
ん
it
で
through
し
your
ょ
thick skull. Damn it. Assistant! How dare you observe... how dare you give me orders? In the end, I can't get permission to tail Suzuha.
逃げたら承知し
Don't
ない
even
から
think
な
about running off somewhere. Kurisu is forcing me to help her with the shopping. There's no way out. Damn it. Kurisu really is turning into a class president character. At this rate, she might take over the lab. Wait, could this be what Suzuha was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper, Operation Elderimner. The Last Supper refers to our party for Suzuha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it'll be her last supper in Tokyo.
Oh dear.
However, If she doesn't reunite with her father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect D-mail technology. In that case, it will be the Last Supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight. But it's okay to party every once in a while. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. High risk, high return. That is how mad scientist operates. Mwaha. I can already taste Suzuha's despair. Huh? Over there. Isn't that... I follow Kurisu's finger and see Daru emerge from Yodobashi camera. Found you, Daru! Huh? Dots is here! What's up, Dots? Happy Saturday. I grab his collar to stop him from escaping. High risk, low return. Yeah, that's... Why didn't you respond to my summons? Like I said, I've got something to do. Which is... an offline meet. Steins Gate? I feel like we're very close to where shit is gonna go down. I'm hoping we get there tomorrow. There's 2 Natalie commands. Twice. There's only 2. And there's also 2 Galilius commands. So take that. Inexcusable. Wait, just listen a sec. Your offline meet or a party with food handmade by your own lab girls. Choose one. Handmade by girls? One question. Will Ferris-tan be there? Before Kurisu can answer that, I whisper to Daru. Naturally, Ferris is a lab man too. Damn it! Why do they have to be on the same day? Can't it wait till tomorrow? What will it be? The time to choose is now. You want to eat Ferris-tan's home cooking. If you give up on the offline meat, then that settles it. I give up! I give up on the offline meat! Daru surrenders all too quickly. When we return to the lab, Mayuri and Lukaku are already starting preparations. Daru-kun's here too! What about Ferris-tan? Where is she? You've been tricked. Ferris-chan said she couldn't come. Wait, seriously? Ocarine, what's going on here? This isn't funny, man. Don't worry, I'll make sure she comes to the next one. You've got to be kidding me. I was looking forward to that time machine meet. Time machine meet? What's that? It's an offline meet for sci-fi BBS I post on. Some famous writers are going to be there. I won't forgive you, Ocarine, ever. So that's why Suzuha's father was going to be there. I wonder if Suzuha's father is that guy from the beginning of the game. The guy with the funky, the funky panel that happened. What? Why didn't you say so? I would have gone too! Suddenly I smell something strange. Does anyone smell that? Smell what? Did we blow a fuse somewhere? Sorry. Lukaku's apologizing for something. That's probably the smell of Mayuri's cooking. What? This is the smell of food? I'll help too. Okay, then warm these eggs, please. Should I use the phone wave? No! If you put raw eggs in the microwave, they'll explode! We took the door off. It should be fine, right? Chop, chop, choppity, chop, 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 choppity. Mayuri-chan, don't hold your knife like that. What the hell is going on here? Taru and I exchange glances. Maybe we should help too, or at least kick them out of the kitchen. Won't it end up the same either way? I'm getting dizzy. This isn't the future I was hoping for. You're telling me I'll never forget this, Okarine. Never. I'm sorry, truly, but please, Daru, stay with me to the end. I'll order pizza as insurance. It only gets worse. The smoke grows thicker by the second, filling my lungs with ash and tar. In less than an hour, the girls have transformed the lab into a Class 5 disaster zone. I take my phone out and put it to my ear. It's me. It looks like the evil one is freed. If you haven't heard from me in an hour, tell my parents I love them. Okarine, that's a death flag. Is this the choice of Steins Gate? El Sai, Hungru. After the storm has passed. She's late. The sun has already set. The food lined up on the table, none of it looking particularly appetizing, has already grown cold. I open my phone and check the time. It's getting late. The high school girls will need to head back soon. Was Suzuha able to meet her father? If so, they might have a lot to talk about. Goodbye. There's only one word in Suzuha's email. Does that mean she didn't meet her father? And now she plans to leave town alone? Hoin Kyoma will never accept that! She will be my guinea pig whether she likes it or not! I fly out of the lab. I don't know where Suzuha is. All I can do for now is go to the station. If she's going to leave town, she should be using public transportation. If she's using the Hibiya line in the other side of the station, then I've struck out. But if she's going to take the bullet train from Tokyo to Ueno, then she'll have to pass through here. I carefully scan the thinning crowd around Akiba Station. Where is she? After about 30 minutes of watching the crowd, I spot something. My gaze focuses on a person walking in from the main street. It's Suzuha, shuffling around with her head bowed. As she gets closer, I can see that she's wiping her eyes. Is she crying? I don't see anyone walking with her. I guess she couldn't find her father after all. You there, part-time warrior! Suzuha looks up in surprise. I see the tracks of tears on her face. Just as our eyes are about to meet, Suzuha looks away. And then she turns around and runs out of the station. Wait! I give chase, ignoring the stares of passers-by. She's gone. Damn it. Where did she... Hold on a second. Why am I chasing her? Do I have some kind of urge to chase things that run away? That's stupid. I'm not a dog. Shouldn't I just leave her be? It's not like we're that close, right? But Suzuha is all alone in this town. What if I was the only one she could talk to about her father? I know she's hurting. She needs my help. Shouldn't I do everything in my power? Just now, I think I saw someone who looked like Suzuha. But the run from the station has left me exhausted. I dropped to my knees, gasping for breath. My sides ache. I can't take another step. Even after searching the entire area around the station, I couldn't find Suzuha. I guess this too is the choice of Steins Gate. As I rest, I look up at the night sky. The satellite remains buried in rotting off the wall. I wipe the sweat off my brow and head back to the lab. Okarine, did you find Suzu-san? Everyone's still here when I return. It's
みん
late.
な帰るんだ。
Go home, everyone.
でも
But
結局ど
tell
う
us
な
what
ったの？
happened.
そうだ
Yeah,
なんて納
keep us in
得
the
して
loop,
ない
man.
鈴葉には逃げられ
Suzuha ran away from me. I guess she couldn't find her father.
そっか。
Oh. A gloomy silence falls. I can see the sadness on everyone's face. I begin to laugh.
岡部さん
Okabe-san, what's wrong? Are you okay?
走りすぎで
His
脳
brain's
に酸素
probably
が届いて
oxygen
ないんじ
starved
ゃ
from
ない？
too much running.
オカリン
Okarin, chill. Look at you
いや
all.
どいつもこいつも
Why the long faces,
何
friends?
こんな時のた
Have
め
you
に
forgotten? We have just the thing for moments like
あれ
these.
があるではないか。
He's here? Not watching peak violence before Jackbox. I thrust my finger at the curtain to the development room.
D メールを使うの？
You're going to send a D-mail?
でもさ
The discharge phenomenon won't occur this late, will it?
起きないのならば明日送れ
Then
ばい
we'll
い
send it
話だ。
tomorrow. D-mail's late through time. It matters not when we send it, but when it is
誰
received.
に？
Who are you sending it to?
今日の昼間の
To
俺
myself
自身
this afternoon. The
内
message.
容は
I smile triumphantly.
クリスティーナの脅迫に
Don't listen to
屈せず
Christina. Pursue Suzuha.
意地でもバイト選手を尾行せよ。
If I do that, there's no way I can fail. And then we can have Suzuha as a test subject. I suddenly hear the sound of rain. I look outside the window and see that the rain has started to fall. As Daru predicted, the discharge phenomenon does not occur. It looks like we'll have to wait until tomorrow. The rain grows stronger over time, eventually becoming a thunderstorm. Hard to believe it rained all night. So he sent the mail to himself, but it was too late at night. So it didn't cause the thing. Check the news, Ocarine. The satellite up and disappeared. Oh noes. They say the satellite disappeared. I wonder what happened. Did it fly away? It's like a magic trick. Well, good night. Oh geez. I keep checking the Braun Tube workshop through the window, but as morning passes without a sign of Suzuha, she's probably long gone from Akiba by now. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. She is but a pawn in my game, destined to fight for me at Ragnarok. At the stroke of noon, I activate the phone wave named subject to change. The destination is my phone. Yesterday, around 4 p.m. The discharge phenomenon occurs as normal. Someone was saying ZTD is better than VLR. Absolutely not. No shot. The floor shakes violently. Squinting against the glare, I send the mail. My brain shakes violently, my vision flickers. As the vertigo passes, I can hear my heartbeat and feel the warm blood coursing through my body. I blink slowly. Still 8:10. That was the sensation of reading Steiner activating. And so I know Suzuha is ours. I hurry down the stairs. I step outside and look out the front of the building. What belongs there has returned. A mountain bike polished to a shining finish. And on the bench next to it, looking up into the summer sky, is Amane Suzuha.
おはよう。
Good morning, part-time warrior. I try to remain calm as I call out to her.
うーす。
Sup? She greets me in her usual listless
Sup, what
fashion. Slacking off?
だって
It's not like anyone's gonna come. And besides, I was up all night partying. I'm really tired. You were partying with who? Were you drinking Okabe Rintaro? Big no-no, you're only 18. We have shifted from a world line where we failed to stop Suzuha from leaving to one where we succeeded. As a result, the events of yesterday changed. You couldn't find your father, so we held the Last Supper to make you a test subject, correct? Yeah, I remember you saying something like that. Thanks for all your help yesterday. My memory's a bit fuzzy. Remind me again how we captured you. Wait, were you really drinking last night? Just tell me. Well, I was on my way home from the Time Machine meet when... Whoa, wait a second. Time Machine meet? Yep. That's the same offline meet that Daru was going to. Was that where your father was supposed to appear? I said so yesterday, didn't I? So you were going home then. You, Hashida Itaru, and Shina Mayuri appeared out of nowhere. You brought me to the lab and we partied all night long. My pursuit of Suzuha was a resounding success. I can't help but smile at how smoothly things went. Suzuha, meanwhile, looks back up at the clear blue sky. Yesterday sure was fun. Cortona's sincere. It looks like it would have been more fun if not for Makise Kurisu. The apple pie she made was deadly. But Urushibara Luca's curry was awesome. Your lab seems kinda, like a clubhouse. It's nice. Everyone gets along and you're always smiling. I've never had so much fun in my life. It sounds like Suzuha has a pretty dark childhood. Maybe she was bullied in school. Could that be related to her father's disappearance? Part-time warrior. As promised, you are now my test subject. But I already told you, I don't know his email address. Then we'll have to postpone the experiment until you find out. By the way, the phone wave name started to change. Using the experiment is our lab's greatest secret. You must become a lab mem to guarantee your silence. Lab mem? Short for laboratory member. When you become a lab mem, you become one of us. Can I really join? You don't have a choice in the matter. You are Lab Mem 008. Suzuha lowers her head, no doubt awed by my proclamation. I hear what sounds like a sniffle. Maybe she... Oh, then she looks up, revealing a smile. I guess I don't have a choice, huh? I'm all yours. You're not going to leave? Nope. Maybe there's still a chance to find my dad. You're a Lab Mem now. If there's anything we can do, you need only ask. By the way, Dione leads. Suzuha hesitates a little. Then she stands up a little and turns to me. Her expression is grave. My father calls himself Teeter. Ta-da! Called that shit. 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 I kind of think, since it's getting so close to Jackbox time, that this is where we pick it up tomorrow. I think we leave it off with the ominous, he calls himself Teeter. That sounds like a plan to me. Alright. Let's set up Jackbox and kiss Steins Gate goodbye for the night. Yeah, I will enjoy boxing with Jack. You know, Storytime, if you ever wanted to join us, it is always an option. Not much of a Jack boxer. Well, why not? I gotta get it set up, though. We gotta get Jackbox TV. Tammy, are you playing with us?